guys, so I thought for today we would do something a little bit different. Kind of going to be like a chit chat, get ready with me, but I've never done a natural makeup for beginners using all drugstore products. I've gotten a lot of requests from like teenagers to just do a very natural look that they can wear to school, but also to give some tips along the way as to why you're putting that there, why you're, you know, like technique and things like that. So hopefully this will help those of you that are just starting out with makeup, that are, you know, teenagers just starting to experiment with products. And I'm going to use all drugstore products so that it will be affordable for everyone. So yay. I just have moisturizer on my face. So for primer, I'm going to try out this new LA Girl Pro Prep HD High Definition Smoothing Face Primer. I'm not going to use my Smashbox primer water. So this has a very, very strong silicone feel to it. It has no color, but I mean, it's really like just pure silicone. So I'm just going to take it where my pores are largest. And you just have to look at your face and find where your pores look big. If you're a teenager, you're probably not going to have this problem. You won't even need to use a primer. Just go right in with a BB cream or a foundation, you know, whatever you feel like you need. But for me, my pores are largest right in this area and on my nose. So I like to press it in. I find with the ones that feel like silicone, if you rub it in, it can go a little bit, like it'll kind of ball up on your face. So just press it in. And I am going to take a little bit of this on my forehead because I got those expression lines, girl. So for foundation, I'm going to use, are you guys going to be surprised by this? My L'Oreal Infallible in number 105. And I'm going to use a beauty blender. Now I get asked a lot, how do you choose a drugstore foundation? If it's a new foundation that I've never tried and I have no clue what shade I am, I will go online and look at swatches. Just Google it and pull up images and kind of get an idea if they run dark, if they run light. Usually with any drugstore foundation, I'm right in the middle. Like I'm not the lightest, I'm not the darkest, I'm usually like the 3 middle shades. So you'll start to get a sense for where you're gonna be once you know, start buying them. So with this foundation, I just put it on like this. I don't know why. This is the only foundation I do this with. But I just kind of dot it on. Oh, that was a lot. And then I'm taking a beauty blender and I just bounce it. And this is damp. You want it to be damp. You don't want to go in with it dry because it's not going to work as well. So just blend it in. And if you feel like you got too much in one area, just take it to a different spot on your face. I like to do 1 layer of foundation. If you're a teenager, you probably don't even need foundation. If you don't need it, don't use it. If you have really good skin and you feel like you can get away with just a BB cream or a tinted moisturizer, do that. Especially if it's just for school or something like that. I think teenage girls are so pretty just on their own. Like my daughter, she doesn't wear makeup. And I look at her and I'm like, you're so pretty. Like their skin is just so fresh. Ugh, so frustrating. And make sure it is blended down your neck. That is the biggest mistake I see people make. Make sure you get under your chin and take it down your neck. Nobody wants a foundation mask. It is not cute. So once that's all blended in, I will go in and do my concealer. And some days I will use a corrector. If you have really bad dark circles, you may find that you need to use a corrector. And I like to use one that's very orange toned because the orange kind of cancels out like the purple and blue. This one is from NYX. This is their dark circle concealer, but it's actually a corrector. So I just take a little on my ring finger and I tap it in the areas that I need it. And that for me is right in this inner corner and down a little bit. For concealer, I'm going to use my Maybelline Master Conceal. I really really, really like this concealer, and I'm using light medium. I'm gonna start out by putting it on with my finger, and I just tap it on and kind of start to blend it out. And then I'm gonna go in with my Morphe G2 brush, as always. And I just press it in. And I like to highlight the whole area under my eye. This, again, is total personal preference. I take a little bit on my eye so that it kind of primes my eye. But I like to bring it down just to highlight, and I don't know, I think it makes my face look nice and bright. So that's why I do that. This is very comparable to MAC Pro Longwear. It's nice and I would say like medium to full coverage, but it just looks so nice. It doesn't give me that really dry, gross under eye look that a lot of concealers tend to do with me. This one looks really, really pretty. And then I like to take a little bit more down my nose on my Cupid's bow, and then a little bit on my chin. And that's, again, just to highlight and to, you know, just make my face look a little bit brighter. And then I'm going to take my powder. Oh, this is tricky because I don't think any of my under eye powders are drugstore. Ooh. I'm going to use this NYX HD finishing powder, the banana shade. I've been meaning to try this, so this is the perfect opportunity. And then I just take a smaller fluffy brush and I set all of the areas that I put that concealer. I have to set my concealer because it will crease. It kind of slides around because I'm combo. I would recommend setting your concealer, even if you just use a tiny bit of powder, it will make a difference and it will make it last a lot longer. So I take powder everywhere that I put that concealer, mainly on my T-zone. And that be it. This powder is nice. Looks really pretty. Huh. Impressive. Dang. It looks really good. I just want to keep putting it on. Okay, so that's enough of powder. I'm gonna go off camera and do my brows, but before I do that, I'm gonna put some primer on my lids. The only primer that I use is my MAC one, and I don't have a drugstore one that works for me. I have super oily lids though, so I mean, if you're a normal person, you may not even need to prime your lids, but I have to. So I'm kind of cheating with this step. Forgive me. I don't have a drugstore one. I really don't. Okay, so I'm gonna go off camera and I'm gonna use my NYX Micro Brow in Ash Brown, and I'm just gonna fill in my eyebrows very naturally. So I will be back in a few minutes. Okay, so I got the shape down. My brows are not quite done. I like to get the shape down and then go back in and mess with them. You guys know this. So I'm gonna zoom you in and we will do the eyes. Ooh. Okay, so for a really natural look, like I wouldn't even do this much foundation and concealer and powder, but I'm just trying to show you guys like all the steps for, you know, a full, I guess we're doing like a full face natural look. That doesn't even make any kind of sense, but hey, that's what we're doing. So for very natural days, I wouldn't even do anything on my eyes. I would just put some mascara on and be done with it. But I'm going to show you a very simple eye look and like placement and, you know. So I want to try out these LA Girl beauty bricks that I showed you guys on Instagram. So I'm going to take the one in Glow. And I'm going to take the contour shade that's in it with a big fluffy brush, and I'm going to run that through my crease. I haven't tried these yet, so I don't know how this is going to work out. But you want to just find your crease. If you don't really have one, some people don't. Mine is pretty deep set. If you just kind of feel around, you can feel like right above your eyeball. That sounds weird. But you can feel where it kind of goes in. And if you don't have a crease, you can create one. So I just like to start and I go back and forth and just keep doing that. Go back and forth and then I'll kind of take a look at it and see where it needs blended out, and I just kind of go in like circular motions and then go back and forth again. You just want to get that blended in a nice, like, kind of like a half circle. And I usually take mine the whole way from the outer corner to the inner corner. You can just do the outer edge. There's many different things you can do. And the whole time you guys are doing your makeup, remember, it's just makeup. It washes off. If you make a mistake, if you do something and it looks crazy, just wash it off and start over. It's, you know, it's fun to play. So don't be afraid to try different things. So I just like to get that blended in. And I'm just going to show you guys, like I said, a super simple look. So I'm taking NYX Girl Talk Prismatic Eyeshadow. This is, it's one of my favorite eyeshadows. I'm going to take that on my finger. Because it's like a foiled metallic shade, they tend to show up better when you use your finger. So I'm just going to tap this all over my lid. From the inner corner the whole way to the outer corner. And I take it the whole way up to the crease, to where we just put that darker shade. And I prefer using a matte shade in my crease. You can go in with like a satin finish. Again, it's all about what you want. I think matte looks best, and they're the easiest to blend out. So once you get that shadow on your lid, if you want to leave it as is, this looks perfectly fine to me. But I'm going to take a little bit of a darker shade. This one is Bedroom Eyes. And I'm going to take a kind of a fluffy brush. Yeah, a fluffy brush, not kind of. I'm going to take my Sigma E25. And I'm just going to take a little bit of that shade. And this is pretty pigmented. So I just get a little bit, and I always tap off my brush so that you don't get fallout. Like it'll fall onto your face. Tap it off, and then I take a little bit on the outer edge of my eye. So I'll put it on my lid and I kind of pull it inwards, and then I'll take it up into that crease just to darken it up a little bit. So I'm just going to match up my other eye, and I'll show you guys again over here. Just start in that crease. This shade actually worked really well in my crease. I'm surprised. If you don't have a matte brown eyeshadow, you can always go in with a bronzer or a contour shade, whatever you have. So just get that blended out. And if you go down too far, like if you get eyeshadow over here, you can always just take a makeup wipe, a little bit of eye cream, concealer, and just clean it up. So you don't have to be too precise. So just match it up, make sure that they're both kind of even. And then we're gonna go back in with Girl Talk. Oh, I love this shadow. Pat it on. And you can go in with a brush if you don't feel comfortable using your fingers. Some people don't. I think they show up so much better with your fingers, but that's just me. And then take that darker shade with that fluffy brush on the outer edge. I kind of go in like circles, like little circles, and then pull it inwards so it's not a harsh line, and then up into the crease. Super simple. And then I'm going to take this shade from the Glow palette, this one right here, and I'm going to put that on my brow bone just to accentuate it and make it kind of stand out a little. See? It just adds a little something something. And I like to pull my brow bone shade down. Just pull it down like this. And then I take that fluffy brush that I was using and kind of blend the two together, and it will really make your shadow look totally flawless, like there's no lines at all. And then I'm going to take this Jordana eyeshadow pencil in Continuous Almond. I can't find my Rimmel one, but I want to take like a flesh tone shade in my waterline. It'll really help to open the eyes up. So I just put a little of that like that. And you can use black, you can use brown, you can use purple, whatever you want. But I find that the flesh tone helps the eyes to open up, but it's not as harsh as white. And then I'm going to take that brush that we used with that darker shade, and I'm going to take whatever's left on my brush just to add a little bit of a shadow to our lower lash line without it being too intense. And going back into Girl Talk, if I can find it, I'm going to take this guy with my Sigma E21. Where is that little hooker? Here she is. I like to always take a really bright eyeshadow on my inner corner. This is another thing that will really help to open your eyes up. Okay, so all we have left to do is curl our lashes and put on mascara. So I'm going to clean my eyelash curlers off because they always get eyeshadow on them. And I'm going to curl my lashes. And I never show you guys me doing this. I get as close as I can to the root of my lash. And I like to kind of hold it down for a few seconds and then I'll like pulse it. So I'll hold it down and then I go like 1, 2, 3, 4. And for mascara, I'm going to use my favorite drugstore mascara, the Maybelline Lash Sensational. This stuff is amazing. This mascara is so good. It makes my lashes like picture perfect. Like I could be in a freaking magazine. Just my lashes, not the rest of my face. Oh, Nicole, you're such a tramp. So I like to do one coat and I go right back in and do a second coat. I don't wait for it to dry because I don't like crunchy lashes. So I like to get it on and get it done. Get her done. And I managed to get mascara on my eyelid. If that ever happens to you, let it dry. And once it dries, you can just like scratch it off. It comes right off. If you try to take it off when it's wet, you are going to make a really big mess. So just let it sit and dry for a few minutes. Okay, so that is pretty good for mascara. And now we need to go in and do some contour, bronzer, that kind of thing. I'm actually going to take my NYC Smooth Skin bronzer in Sunny. I have not used this one in so long. I am going to contour a little just because I like to do that. I like the way it makes my face look. So any type of thin brush. This is a NARS Ita brush, but you do not need this brush. You can use something like Morphe has, wait, where is it? Oh my goodness. Whenever I need a brush, I can never find it. Son of a biz. What did I do with it? Morphe has this G3 brush. And it's, you know, it's kind of, oh my god, what am I even doing? It's kind of similar. You can even use a fluffy brush and just like hold the bristles together and contour that way. I'm going to use my Ita brush and I like to just take it right under my cheekbone and just add a little bit of a shadow. And you want to make sure that you blend it out really well. That's the main thing. Just get right under that cheekbone. And I like to take it and then I kind of take it up and down and just to make sure it's blended. I also do my temples a little because I feel like my forehead's a little bit big. I think I just said that in a video, didn't I? And then a little bit along my hairline. And I always contour my chin just because I feel like it makes my face look thinner, which is always a good thing for me. And then I'll take a little bit right here. It kind of makes your bottom lip look a little bit pouty and it makes your lips look a little bit bigger, which again, I think is a good thing. And a little bit on my nose. I don't like to contour my nose too much because it's already super big and super thin, which people feel the need to tell me all the time. Like, oh, did you know your nose is big? What? No, it's not. Are you sure? Come on, girl. And then for highlighter, I'm going to take this shade from the Pinky Beauty Brick. And I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use my F35 from Sigma. I can never find this brush. I swear it just disappears on me every day. and I love to highlight. Some people may not like it as much as I do, but I take it on the tops of my cheekbones, and I always pull it around to above my brow because I just feel like it lifts your brow. And I do this like 4 times. This is not really showing up. Oh yeah, it is. Oh, that's actually really pretty for like natural makeup. Oh, I like it. These beauty bricks are pretty nice. This is really pretty. I hope it's showing up on camera. It's like a really soft pink, like champagne pink. So I take it on the tops of my cheekbones. I take a little bit down my nose. And then I usually take it on my finger, on my Cupid's bow, because I like that to be a little bit brighter. On my chin and a little bit on the center of my forehead. I do want my highlight to be a little bit more intense, so I'm going in with my Physicians Formula Natural Nude, same brush, and we're just gonna kick this up a notch. Oh my god, my Cupid's bow is highlighted like a mother. That's what I like. And then I always like to go in with a powder brush and just make sure everything is blended together. You guys, I totally forgot to put blush on. What the heck am I even doing? Okay, I'm going to take this pink shade. It's picking up really bright on camera. This is from the Glow palette. And I'm going to take my blush brush, which is the Sonia Kashuk 29 brush, and tap your brush off again, same as with the eyeshadow. And sometimes I'll do this like really fake smile, like to pop out the apples of my cheeks. But I like to take blush on the apples and then kind of pull it back. Some people just will put it back here. Again, it's all about what you like. I like when it's more on the apples of my cheeks and kind of blended back. Especially for a natural look, I tend to do a little bit more blush. Look how pretty. These are really nice. I'm very impressed. And then again, I go in with that powder brush and just make sure everything is blended. So I'm going to keep the lips very natural just because this look is very soft. What do I want to use though? That is the question. Now, if I were doing this look just for like every day, if I weren't filming it, I would just put like a gloss on or something quick and easy. But for the sake of the video, I'm going to take the Rimmel Exaggerate Lip Liner in East End Snob, and I'm going to line my lips. This is just a really soft pink. And I'm going to take my NYX Simply Nude Lip Crayon in the shade Fairest. This is really, really pretty. I do want to do a video on these. I keep saying that. And I'm going to fill in my lips. Can you hear my kids? That's Emma. What the heck is she doing? I'm going to take a little bit of the Revlon Crystal Lilac. I don't even know if they make this anymore, but just like a light pink gloss. And I'm going to put a little over top. Okay, and that is it for our look. I really like this look. It's very soft. Really good for beginners. Everything is drugstore. I do need to go back in and kind of play with my eyebrows. This one's looking a little sad. So I will do that now, and I will be right back. We're almost done, I promise. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this look. I've never done a video like this where I not only do my makeup, but give like little tips and tricks along the way. I hope that this really helped some of you out, some of you beginners or some of you getting back into makeup. Now, as far as these beauty bricks, I'm in. I really, really like them. I mean, what I've used of them. If you guys would still like me to do a swatching video on them so that you know like what the different shades are, what you're purchasing, I will do that for you, because from what I've used today, I think these are going to be really, really good. So yeah, I think that that is it. If you guys like these types of videos, please let me know down below, because I can do more like makeup helping beginner tips and tricks kind of videos. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I love you guys so much. Thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it, and until next time, I will see you guys very soon with a new video. That was not my outro, but okay, bye. Mwah.
I can't even tell if that goddamn thing is unfocused. So if you guys do like this type of video where I give you like tricks and tips and this NYX HD finishing powder in banana. Yes, Gaga, yes, yes, triple yes. Like shut up, it looks so good. Oh my god, I am like the impressiveness. My impressed demeanor is I'm impressed. My under eyes look like a heavenly angel came down and kissed them and did bad things to them, but in the best way possible. Like my under eyes, you guys, I'm not even joking. Why are you just holding this up? Look at this powder. NYX HD finishing powder in banana. Go buy it. And this Master Conceal. These two products together, this is what happens. Tell me my under eyes don't look kill your patty good, right? Yeah, scalp his ass. You know, I started this video with like no direction. There was not one direction. I better not say that because people are really up in arms right now. Somebody left. Zayn, did he leave? Did he really leave? Why would he leave? That's like, here's the golden ticket. Oh no, thanks, I don't want it. Are you an ass? Anyway, I don't watch One Direction, but I really think Harry Styles is a hot piece of man. Is he 18? Hopefully. Not that I'm, like, interested, but I don't... What? No, I will not do that. Don't ask me again. Are you drunk? Yes. The thirst is real, people. There are some thirsty ass bitches in this world. I'm not one of them. I am very well hydrated. Oh, you're funny. No, you're not. I used to rock a choker in, like, 6th grade. I created the choker. Wait, I created something else like 2 weeks ago. What was it? You've just started all these trends. You are so on point, Toby. Oh, Toby. Look at those lips. It's good, right? I don't even want to put this back where it belongs over there because I just want to hold it. Oh my god. Seriously, you guys, like, I very rarely find powder that I like. I have my couple, 2, 3 powders that I use religiously. Oh my god. Shut the front door. Shut the back door. Shut the trunk. Because my ass is in love. Other people don't do this. I'm aware of that. Just work with me. I can't help it. Okay, wait, what is this? Fairest. This is good stuff. It matches my choker. When I first sat down to do the drugstore video, I was like, oh, I'm not going to be able to use this or this, and it's not going to be as good. My makeup has never looked this good, ever. In the history of Young, Wild, and Polished, this is the greatest makeup I've ever done in my entire life. Is that dramatic? I mean, I'm wearing a choker. What do you expect?